Hi, we're back today in the Daily Halacha. We're continuing on the topic of laws of interpersonal relationships. We spoke in the previous classes, and I would like to continue in today's class on verbal abuse, which is ona'at dvarim. Now, ona'at dvarim, verbal abuse, spreads widely into many cases, as we'll discuss right now, which giving advice or wrong advice could also and is also under the category of verbal abuse of ona'at dvarim. So when a person is asked for advice, he is required to weigh all the relevant consideration and give the best possible advice, exactly as if his own interests were involved. This is an obligation. However, if his own interests lead him to suggest anything less than the best possible solution, even if that advice is essentially sound but not the best course of action, he violates the commandment not to place a stumbling block before a blind person, as well as the imprecation, accursed is one who causes a blind person to go astray on the road. As we find in Sefer Dvarim. The Torah marks a point of standing. You shall fear your God. What do we have to say? Why does the verse have to say such a thing? To teach us that a person can claim that his intentions are good, but Hashem knows our true intentions and judges us accordingly. Therefore, one has to make sure that he gives the best advice possible. However, if his best advice would be harmful to himself, as we'll see in the upcoming example, then he is permitted to say, the best thing for you to do is so and so, but since this will harm my interests, I ask you not to do it. That he is allowed to say. Now, if he is uncomfortable with this response, he may refrain from giving any advice at all. But on no account should he give advice not in the best interests of the questionnaire. So I'll give an example for this. Mr. A and Mr. B own two competing stores. Mr. B decided to retire and put his business up for sale. Mr. A was considering buying it and achieving a monopoly. One day, Mr. David approaches Mr. A for his advice as to whether he should buy Mr. B's business. So, Mr. A may answer, I can't advise you. Ask someone else. That he could say. Or, it's a great business, but I am considering to purchase it myself. That is also permitted. And please do not buy it. But he may not answer, it's not a good idea for you to buy it.